Hello everyone and welcome back to DSPReacts to the story of ProJared. This is part 4. So if you didn't see the first 3 parts, I urge you to check them out here on DSPReacts before you check out this part. Now, last time around, we basically got real. We got into the real drama of what's going on. ProJared's wife Heidi is accusing him of infidelity. Then come to find out, there's even more to this story where apparently ProJared has been posting up nudes of himself and soliciting nudes from his viewers on a Tumblr. But then we find out from ProJared that apparently he and his wife have been in a polyamorous relationship. Therefore, there was no cheating. But basically, you know, one of the relationships that Jared had with this third party ended up getting serious. The wife got jealous, then wanted things to go back the way they were, and started a controlling relationship, threatening him and saying she would ruin everything that he ever had or did. Basically, it's a big old mess, right? It is. It's a big old dirty ass mess. Let's be honest here, okay? And so, you got to wonder, what is going to happen moving forward with all of this, okay? I don't know. I actually don't know where it goes from here. I know about the controversies. I don't know where they go, and that's where we're headed right now. If you want my take on all of this, check out part 3, because a lot of people said, oh, that was a based take. Oh, it feels so based. No, there's a difference between being based and being logical. Some people sadly like to live in this realm of illogic nonsense. And sometimes in life, you have to kind of, you know, stick up for yourself and put your foot down. If anything, I think that there's a lot of stuff going on here with ProJared where we're seeing a lot of nonsense go on, thinking that he was going to get away with stuff forever, and it caught up with him, right? In addition, I really feel like he's someone who he was totally in control of the reins of his career and professional life. And he was someone who was absolutely out of control of his private life. It was careening off of a cliffside, and he was going right over with it, right? By the way, if you're wondering why I'm wearing this silly hat, it's because we got a big piece of support. And I'm actually going to be putting on a vest shortly as well. There's some polling going on, but I'm going to be putting on a silly vest as well shortly. So, all right. So, guys, we're going to continue. I will say, if you are enjoying this documentary react, this long-style, long-form react, please like the videos, leave comments, let me know your take on everything that's going on. And, of course, remember, you could always support the channel in so many different ways, whether it be becoming a member, you know, a super thanks on this video on demand, or a tip if you check the description. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are enjoying. Let's now continue what happened on August 22nd. Excuse me. August 27th. We're about to find out. August 27th. Dawn of the last day. Okay, that's, I don't know. I actually don't know what happens now. Let's find out. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
When he posted a 42-minute long video titled, "You've Been Lied To."
Really? And it's unlisted? Why is it unlisted? You were all lied to, and we need to talk about that. Why is it unlisted? Why did he post this up and then make it unlisted later? That's weird. You would think he wanted to keep this public forever? Okay.
Kicking it off with a disheveled-looking Jared opening with reinforcing what the video is titled, and that he and the internet was lied to.
Now, hold on. A disheveled-looking Jared, like, that's not intentional. We already know he talked to lawyers. He outright admitted it, that he talked to lawyers about filing the divorce. Guaranteed, the fact that all this took place in May and this post didn't come out till August means that he had 3 months to sit there with his lawyers and figure out the best course of action to try to save face and make it so that he couldn't be sued for what he was about to say, but at the same time, it would hopefully make him look better and clear his name partially. So, I fully believe what we're about to see is 1,000,000%, you know, planned out in advance. Hopefully it's truthful. All right? But let's see what he had to say.
Hey, it's me. And I was lied to. And so are you.
A very gripping statement and video in general. Even though he had not uploaded in months, still gained a lot of attention, getting hundreds of thousands of views the day of its upload. In the video, Jared excuses his lengthy period of silence by saying he was using that time to get all the receipts to formulate a good response.
That's good.
First on the docket was his nude Tumblr. He stated it was solely consenting adults and that no benefit will come from it, nor did he reach out to people, leaving the choice for others to reach out to him.
I know a lot of people have been wondering why I've been silent and why it's taken me 3 months to say something. Serious allegations need to be taken seriously. I spent this entire time talking to as many people as I could. Lawyers, law experts, officials, anyone. And I wasn't going to do anything until I was certain that it would be safe to talk about.
Very, 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 very smart. My goodness. If he had made a knee-jerk reaction response, it could have been insanely bad for him. It could have been the end of everything for him. It could have been jail time if he said the wrong stuff. So it's good that he did the right thing for him. Of course, the question is, how much honesty will you get in this video that is carefully calculated by his legal team? Correct? Okay.
Thankfully, it is. So here I am. Thank you for hearing me out. And I've already seen a lot of posts from people telling me to move on or that the tea is cold. I'm sorry that this is no longer entertaining for them, but just because they're bored of it doesn't mean that the harassment stopped or that the story is final and over. What this all came down to was people saying that I was exchanging nudes with fans on Snapchat and Tumblr. And a lot of people want to know if I did any of that. Yeah, I did. And I always made it clear that it was for consenting adults only.
And it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. I mean, what he's trying to do is protect himself from allegations of, pedophilic behavior, correct? But look at what I froze on. Of all the frames to freeze on, I freeze on this one. That's not very flattering. I feel bad. But basically, the moment he says, yes, I did, that's it. So now, he literally doesn't have to say another word. Are you willing to continue to watch the content of a person who has outright just admitted to the public that he used his position of power as a popular internet personality to solicit sexual content from his viewer base? Do you think that's okay? Or do you feel that that is an over extenuation of his popularity and his power? And do you feel that you can't watch his stuff anymore? All right? And that's a subjective question for every person out there, okay? Once there is guilt admitted, which just happened, that's guilty. Guilty is charged, yes. I'm not a pedophile, but the Tumblr's real. Okay. So now, is that okay? And I think everyone's going to have a difference of opinion. Poll? You always want me to do a poll? All right, hold on a second here. First of all, let's end my vest poll and get on the vest. And I will do a poll. We'll do a live poll with my audience. We have around 350 people here, give or take. Let's do a poll. Could you still watch content from someone who abused their power to solicit sexual content? Yes or no? You guys just answer. Very simple. Would you still watch content from someone who abused their power to solicit sexual content? Yes or no? All right. Now, some of you might even disagree that it's an abuse of power, and I'm going to actually tell you my opinion on that in a second. But allow me to get the vest out of the closet. I owe you guys a vest here for supporting my stream, so I'm going to do that. Okay. Here we go. So, I'm going to put it into as much of a perspective as I possibly can, okay? Here's what I want you to think about. I want you to think about the case of two people, all right? I want you to think about someone who's an actor on television. It's a popular TV show. Actually, let me go over here. It's a popular TV show that you like to watch. Maybe it's a drama, maybe it's action, maybe it's a zombie flick, whatever it is that you like to watch, okay? It's your favorite actor from the show. And this actor, okay, is well known and goes around to conventions, and this actor actually has, booths at conventions, and you line up to meet the actor, all right? And when you wait for that actor, you wait in line, hundreds of people, finally get to the front of the line, and the actor will take a picture with you in a photo for $150. All right? So how many people would do that? Probably a lot, right? If it's your favorite actor on the planet, I can actually get a picture with them. I can shake their hand, get an autograph, have a little quip, talk with them. Cool, right? That's neat, right? Now, someone would say, no, I would never do that. That's okay. But just think of perspective of real life, how many people would do that? Okay? That's a celebrity. It's someone you look up to, you respect, maybe you idolize, and you would pay to get that time from them. Okay? Now, I want you to think about this. You're in a building. You're in your house right now. Your house, lights on fire. You're trapped in a burning building. You are going to die. Someone kicks down your door, grabs you, lifts you up, rescues you from the burning building. Even you have smoke inhalation. They give you mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Okay, I guess you don't do that anymore. What is it? Just CPR with the chest? They save your life. It's a firefighter. A firefighter saved your life. Okay? Wow. Amazing. What a great person. Would you go to a convention and line up an hour for 2 hours to see that firefighter and pay $150 to get an autograph from them and a picture and shake their hand? Just think about that for a second. A lot of people are saying, right? No, I wouldn't. Right? What's the difference? Let's think about this for a second. What's the difference? One of them is a public celebrity who's just in front of people all day on TV. They're well known, they're a public figure, but all they've ever done is entertain you. The other person is literally someone who puts their life on the line every day to save people's lives, who risks everything to do what they just did to you to probably dozens of people over the course of their entire career. Okay? But you still, does the thought ever come into your mind, oh, let me go ahead and let me find this firefighter and give him something, right? Or I want to go to, why are there no firefighters conventions? Why are there celebrity conventions but not firefighter? Isn't the firefighter more important? Shouldn't the firefighter be treated in higher regard? Yes or no? I mean, just think of this line of reasoning, all right? Now, here's the answer. The answer is because in American society, and of course in the world society as well, we have this weird part of the human condition, human culture, where we idolize people that are in the public limelight. That firefighter is not known publicly. No one knows that person's face outside of the people whose lives they've saved, correct? But ProJared is someone who's on the internet, has hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people around the world who know who he is, because he puts out boy, I froze frame on a really unflattering frame, and I apologize to ProJared for that. Basically, here's the deal. With humans, if it's something public, there's this weird public recognition thing that we have. So, because that actor is known by everyone, is seen on TV by millions of people, immediately we put in our heads, that's someone who I'd love to meet, and I would pay money to do that. But what about the person who actively had an impact on your life in a good way? Oh, I wouldn't even think I wouldn't want a firefighters convention. Who the hell would go there? Those are heroes. Those are real heroes. Not some idiot who made a fucking show on TV or a video on the internet. Those are heroes. That's who you should want to meet. People say to me all the time shit like, man, I really wish I could meet you at a convention. Why? Why do you want to meet me? What's the big deal? I don't get it. I've never understood it. Okay? I don't understand this celebrity culture that we have as humans. It doesn't make sense to me. Enjoy the content that the person puts out. Enjoy the series that they have on TV. Why do you want to go above and beyond? Why do you want to have the extra mile? Why do you want to meet the person? Why do you want to do this and that? And literally, that's what this situation is. Here's ProJared, a guy who's known on the internet, who's now extending that internet celebrity to other relationships with his viewers. He's abusing that weird cultural thing that we do as humans, saying, oh, because that person's a public figure that everyone knows, it's cool to meet or it's cool to have an interaction. We actually saw some text messages there saying things like, oh, I'm pleasuring myself to your picture. And the girl would respond, ha, 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 wow, that's so amazing. I love it. What? Why? What? What if the firefighter texted you that? Right? What is the disconnect here? Do you understand how different this is? And I don't get it. because it's, you know, it's this celebrity culture is so messed up. All right. And it allows people like ProJared to take advantage. It's sad because it really shouldn't be like that. This is a guy who arguably makes great content for the internet. I wouldn't know. I don't watch his content. But obviously, if he has a ridiculous amount of people following him, watching his content, and he's got collaborations with other big content creators, and he's going on his convention circuit, you can see he's idolized at the convention. They announced he's going to be the first guest on a show. He stands up, everyone's, yeah, ProJared, yeah. It's this crazy mob fan mentality. It's nuts. And so now he says, oh, well, people love me so much, I can do whatever I want. I want to get my rocks off. And it's not working with my wife anymore, but I'm not enough of a man to put down my foot and say, we're getting a divorce because this polyamorous shit is a joke. Okay? No way that's ever going to work. But I'm not enough of a man to put my foot down there. But instead, I'm going to project that loneliness and that missing piece of what I should have in my private life, and I'm going to look for it somewhere else. The moment that this man posted up a Tumblr, a Snapchat, and solicited nudes from his viewer base, he did something egregiously fucking wrong. He abused that ridiculously abusable mentality of people on the internet, people in real life, the celebrity mentality. And he used that power for his own personal benefit without, sadly, caring about any kind of repercussions that would ever happen, even to himself. Because like I said, if you had a brain in his head, he would know eventually all of this is going to come to light, right? All of it is going to come to light. There's absolutely no way that that stuff will be hidden forever. It's going to be known. Maybe he's just an ignorant idiot. I don't know. To me, I you know that shit will surface. You know it. You have to know it, right? So, just the fact that he just literally admitted, did I do those things? Yes, but I always consented to the age. I don't even care. I don't care about the consenting to the age. Oh, yeah? Real Take Sports says take the glasses off. They're bothering everyone. All right. Sorry about that. I'll take them off. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't care the age of the person. You still committed a egregious act. You abused your fan base. Okay? You did. He solicited it. This wasn't someone coming to him and saying, hey, I like you and I want to send you nudes. He posted the Tumblr. He created the groups. He's the one who did the first step of the wrongdoing that created this avenue of essentially abuse. Because that's exactly what it is. It's abuse. It's morally wrong. Should it be legally wrong? I don't know. I guess the legal ramifications are about age of consent. If the person was old enough to say, okay, I made the decision as an adult to do this, okay, I guess. But all I have to say is, at this point, now you've already had the admission of guilt. It doesn't matter any of the other situation. You have to make the decision. My viewers have spoken. 58% of my viewers have said, yes, they could still watch ProJared's content, while a whopping, and I thought this would be smaller, 42% of those of you here with me today are saying, no, I would not watch his content ever again after he admitted soliciting sexual content from his viewership. Now, imagine if that actually happened. Imagine if 42% of his audience tuned out and never watched another video from him ever again. He would go out of business overnight. So he better hope that didn't happen. I mean, what we saw is there was a giant drain of subs from his channel. He was over 1 million, then he went down to 800,000 or whatever. But man, can you imagine if 40-some% abandoned him? He probably wouldn't even be able to afford where he is right now. Kind of looks like my room, actually. Where he is right now, he probably wouldn't even be able to afford to sit there. He'd have to move out, right? So that's pretty crazy, all right? And, man, the whole thing, I'm sorry. Now, some people might say the Tumblr was fine. That's your choice to make. If you think that was okay, I could staunchly disagree. That is a blatant misuse of power, okay? And it's funny because some people have said, well, don't you have friends? Don't you even have relationships where those people reached out to you when they knew that you were kind of a pseudo-celebrity? John Rambo, I met him after I had already got 4th place at Evo. And I met him, and he had the dude I knew when I first met him. Had like stars in his eyes because he was kind of starstruck. This is the guy from Connecticut who just was the top-ranked American in Super Turbo. I want to play against him, man, because I'm going to learn from him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Did that turn into a long-standing friendship after the fact? Yes, it did. Have I had relationships where people, they knew I was a content creator? Yes. And, to some extent, you could argue there's always, when you're a content creator, or you're a public figure in general, not just a content creator, any relationship that you have being publicly known can be tainted. That's correct, I would argue. All right? But here's the difference. You're starting a meaningful relationship with someone, whether it's a friendship, a personal relationship, versus, hey, just send me nude pics because I want to get my rocks off on your behalf. I don't care about you. I don't want to have a relationship with you. I don't care if I post these pics up if this hurts you or not. This is just for my own personal, benefit. That's dirty stuff. That's a dirty business. You know what I'm saying? That's just disrespect. It's immoral for me. My moral compass would say, hell no, can't do that. But then on top of that, there's just so many other, like I said, it's the layers of an onion. There's an onion, and you peel back each stinky layer. Each level of this story gets worse the further you get in. And I think a lot of people, as soon as he admitted here, oh, I did it, but it was all people of legal age. That's it. He's exempt from all wrongdoing. I don't think so. I think this guy's image is tainted forever because he just admitted to basically abusing his celebrity to get something out of his fans that literally is one-sided, only benefits him. He gets everything, they get nothing. And, this was going to come back to bite him. What in the holy hell was this guy thinking? Right? Seriously. That's just nuts. Anyway, I just want to check on something, and then I got to get real take on the leaderboard here. Okay. Yes, real take. Oh, that was real take who told me about the glasses, and I took them off. Thank you, real take. Yeah, I know sometimes when I wear the glasses, I'm talking to you guys direct. It reflects bad, so I'm sorry about that, everybody. All right. Let's continue. Let's hear his full video here. Let's go into it.
This came about when numerous people had asked me about it and wanted to know if it was okay to do. I said yes, that it...
People, wait a minute. What? You're going to tell me people contacted him and said out of the blue they wanted to send him nude pics. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, all right, hold on a second here. No, that did not happen. Guys, I've been doing this for 15 years. Not once ever has anyone reached out to me and said, I just want to send you a nude pic. That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life, and I'd have to be the most gullible person on planet Earth to believe that. You are a liar. You solicited it from your viewers. You created the fucking forums for it. The Tumblr or whatever. Horseshit.
It would be a safe place for people who wish to express themselves in that way, and for me to express myself in that way. It was an open invitation for those who wanted.
I accept all forms of 18 plus submissions and sin. So if they committed a crime, would that be okay? Because that's a sin. Like, what are you talking about here? Dude, you're out of your mind.
To do it, and that I wouldn't be offended or upset, and that nothing would be shared or saved without explicit permission. To be clear, it was an open invitation to those who wanted to participate. The choice was always up to them. At no point did I ever go through my followers list and...
Oh, let's listen to this. Would you ever actually send nudes to a fan if they requested it off Anon? Well, if they were over 18, super mature, trustworthy, and way cool, because the term super mature and way cool really go hand in hand here, right? I mean, literally, the statement is contradictory. You have to be super mature, but super cool too, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
Fill out individuals or screen names and pursue them. I never did that. I always left the choice up to them.
He does address that he sees it now as a power imbalance because of his status, even though that was not his intention.
It doesn't matter how neutral the intent was, just being in this position causes a power imbalance.
All right, he's literally saying what I said. He's agreeing with me, which is good, but the sad fact is he did this for a long time, and it took a team of lawyers to make him realize what he did wrong. That's the sad fact about it.
And a lot of people saw that and were upset at me for that reason. And to those of you who feel that way, I completely understand how you feel and why you feel that way. And I'm sorry.
The more damning matter were the accusations that he exchanged news with minors sourced from the accusers on Twitter, Charlie and Chai.
But that isn't the main grievance that everyone has with me. It's the other allegations by these two. They're both named Charlie, which is...
Yeah, I'm sorry about this, but this sounds to me like complete horse shit. This, first of all, do you even think these accounts are real? Do you believe that? There's accounts like this all over the fucking internet. There's accounts like this that used to catfish my viewers. They'd come into my chat and pretend to be real, come to find out they were just robot accounts of people trying to get fished and get their personal information and shit. This is bullshit. These accounts are a dime a dozen. They're not real. That's why do you think there's nothing really there? It's just avatars and shit, right? This is bullshit. I don't believe these two at all in any way.
Going to be confusing. So for the one from the UK, I'm going to use his nickname, which is Chai. Their tweets were some serious accusations, and I'll go over them, but they both basically boil down to the same thing. That they were underage, that I knew this, and that I was okay with it, and encouraged them to interact with me.
Starting with Chai, he finds the accusations were deleted.
If we go to Chai's accusations, we can see that... never mind. He deleted his accusations. Well, that's okay, because we can still go to Charlie's Twitter, and we can see that... No, wait. They deleted theirs, too.
Oops.
By finding Chai's personal blog and posts from the time period that those alleged nudes were exchanged, and finds that Chai was having psychosis from a mind-altering head injury received when playing basketball, and was suffering from intense hallucinations.
Are you familiar with...
It sounds like bullshit. It sounds like this person doesn't exist. I don't believe Charlie or Chai ever existed. They're one of these dumbass meme accounts from crazy people who like to impersonate other people on the internet and just get involved in drama. I don't believe that they're real at all. I think that they were just fucking around in the situation trying to get noticed.
Medium.com. It's a website in which people can write articles and blog posts for public viewing. Chai has quite a few of them on there, and a couple of them are relevant to this situation, especially this one, titled, "I've been disabled for 2 years." I'm not going to read every part of it because not everything in here is pertinent, but I'll make a link available so that if you want, you can read through all of it. The 9th of November 2015 is the most notable date in my life and always will be. Most people remember their wedding day or their 18th birthday or the day someone close to them died. For me, I remember the day of my accident. We were playing basketball. I loved basketball. My height was my downfall, as it turned out. I was running to try and get the ball from someone. I ran, boom. I fell down hard, landing on my knees and snapping my head forward so that my forehead smacked against the floor. It was almost the end of the lesson, so I asked to be excused to the changing room. The rest of the class came in and we all started getting changed. That's the last thing I properly remember until about 6 months later.
What?
Listing your symptoms over and over gets pretty exhausting. Fatigue, severe head pain, spasms of pain.
Okay, guys, this is a 16-year-old or an 18-year-old? Who writes like this? This is an intricately written article. It sounds like it's being written by a journalistic professional. This is bullshit. This is not real. This is bullshit. 1,000,000% this was concocted. So this person could go on the internet and do whatever they wanted because their backstory would be, oh, look, I have a head injury. It's nonsense. There's no fucking way this is real.
Extremely bad short-term memory. Big gaps in long-term memory.
This is bullshit.
No concentration. Occasionally passing out. Psychosis. Hallucinations. To reiterate, Chai's accusation was that the things I supposedly did happened between March 2016 and May 2016. Chai also states that he has no memory during this exact same period and hallucinations continuing until August 2016.
What a shocker. Huh?
This
weird
and
correlation.
Chai's lack of evidence nullifies their accusations, effectively making them slander. The case with Charlie is different, but follows a similar path, because Jared actually remembers speaking to Charlie, only that Charlie decided to show only the parts of the conversation that would hurt Jared, parts that were sent to his business associates. As a refresher, Charlie made it clear in their statement that they informed Jared multiple times that they were 16. Jared having access to the full conversation proves that they were knowingly lying.
Oh, wow.
He also never actually sent a picture to Charlie, only Charlie to Jared.
Unlike Chai, I actually do remember talking to Charlie. It seemed familiar, but what they were saying didn't sound right. For example, if Charlie would have shown the very start of our messages, you would have seen where Charlie lied. Every single part of Charlie's allegations against me hinges on the belief that I didn't know their age and/or didn't ask. They even argued that I should have known their age because they used the phrase, "I am a baby," as if this somehow denotes how old they generally are, even though it's used in a context of shyness or feeling intimidated. And I did ask their age, and they lied. They also clearly knew then that they were doing something they know they should.
Yeah, look. Are you 18 plus? Yeah, of course, have to be certain. I wouldn't be sending nudes if I weren't. So, I mean, that's pretty evidential right there, right?
Shouldn't, and is doing something they know I'm not okay with. They had full access to the entire conversation and omitted to all of you that they lied to me, deceiving all of you.
Jared now disproving both the major, now deleted claims that he was a predator, and his reasoning for not asking for further proof beyond asking if they're over 18, like an ID, is that he didn't want to dox him.
This does bring up the question, why didn't I ask for people's IDs? And the answer is because that would be asking people to dox themselves.
You're already asking them to send you nude pictures. It doesn't matter. You've already asked them to send you private things that aren't to be shared. So it's actually just the same. It really is. Like, that's doxing too. There's different kinds of doxing. There's different kinds of information. A picture of someone nude is doxing. It is. Sorry, Jared, you lose this one. Absolutely. If you were already going to go that length to get that stuff that you shouldn't have had to begin with, because you're abusing your power, you should have asked for IDs. Now, of course, they easily could have faked the IDs too. But at least then you have the backup to prove what they're saying. You already have the photos you should not have anyway. So you might as well go the extra mile. You know what I mean? Yeah, sorry, this is bullshit. That's bullshit. Oh, I don't want to dox them. You're getting nude pictures of them. That's doxing too, dude. So, no. That one I don't agree with whatsoever. And maybe let's be honest here. Maybe if he did absolutely demand that people prove their age in some way besides just saying, yes, I'm 18. If he demanded the proof, I guarantee you, a vast majority of people who sent him pictures would never have. Because how much you want to bet they're all full of shit? How much you want to bet a lot of the pictures he got were fake? They're not even the people who they say they were, right? Again, there's a whole culture of these people. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. There's a whole culture of people who are into this fake persona online kind of deal. So that I completely and utterly disagree with whatsoever. Let me put it this way. If you had someone's private information about their name and address and you posted online without their permission, you would get into trouble, correct? If you had private nude photos of someone and you posted them on the internet without their consent, you would get into trouble, wouldn't you? It's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing. Doesn't matter if it's data or if it's revealing sexualized content, it's the same thing. Sorry, Jared, you lose that one.
Seems far more risky. Besides, there's no way to...
Far more risky. So he's already conducting risk assessments. If you're conducting a risk assessment, why are you doing this? Oh, I'm just trying to cover my own butt. If I have a bunch of IDs saved, that's more risky than an underage child sending me pornography. You know, pedophilic pornography. Like, what? This guy is very, very stupid when it comes to this. He is just incredibly ignorant and dumb. He made every wrong decision here possible.
verify IDs, and it's very easy for people to Photoshop up one in minutes.
This does not appease those asking that if he knew he couldn't verify someone's age beyond a reasonable doubt, why would he even risk it?
Exactly. Regina, thank you for becoming a super member of the channel. I appreciate that, Regina. You're actually our third new member of the day. We're up to 57. I was hoping by the end of today we could hit 60. We're getting there. But we've got about, I would say, probably a little over an hour left of this React, and then we're going to have a Q&A after. Maybe we'll have time to hit it. I don't know. If you're enjoying this React, please support it any way you can. I really appreciate it. As simple as a like on this stream is awesome. Liking the video, leaving a comment, a super chat, a super sticker, a membership, a tip, all appreciated. Thank you, Regina, very much for that. Let's continue.
As it stands, though, he does seem to have a reasonable case against those two for slander, considering the fact that they contacted Game Grumps with the intention to remove him, with one completely based in pure lies, and the other partially lying and or dangerously misleading people with what actually happened.
See, this I totally agree. He set himself up in a situation where people now have power over him. And now because, you know, he was doing this dumb shit, here's someone who says, you know what, for some reason I don't like this guy. I guarantee you this person as well, whatever their name was, Charlie, they're not real. This is someone who just likes to fuck with someone on the internet. They like to fuck with people. So now they have evidence they sent this guy a nude pic. And they're claiming they're underage. I'm going to get him fired. Watch this shit. Because it's just power for them. It's another level of trolling. I don't even know this person. I don't care. But if I can do something to negatively impact their life, I'll do it. So let's do it. Let's get ProJared kicked out of normal boots. And that's exactly what this was. The whole thing was a setup, in my opinion. A couple questions here. Owen says, did you restock the whale tail gin? I didn't restock it, but we have enough for like 2 more shots. So I didn't even offer that today. What they're talking about is on previous streams, for a very generous contribution, I would take a shot. I didn't announce that today or anything, so, you know. But I still have a little bit left. Disco, how do I become a member on my phone? Type !! membership into the stream chat, like I just did. This should put a link into the chat you can click on, even on your phone, and that should allow you to become a member from that link. That should work on a phone, I think. Let me know if it doesn't. If not, I don't know, but that should work, okay? Bloomkit just became an Ultra member. Thank you, Bloomkit. Very, very much. That is the highest level. That means you're going to be able to get a video watched on next week's episode of DSP versus the Internet. Thank you, Bloomkit, very much for that. I appreciate that. We're 58 now. Almost to 60. Thank you for the support today, everybody. Awesome. Okay, let's continue. Owen says I should have announced that at the start. Owens, that was the last thing on my mind. I'm here to do a react. I'm not here to make money, dude. Seriously, I'm here to do some fun content for you guys. Yeah, I could have announced a million things to make money. I could have said I'll slam my head into the wall for $100. I'm not stupid. You know? Let's continue. Okay.
A last note on the intentions on why they did this. Jared assumes it was to get closer to the Game Grumps, because they both individually had open interest through blogs about meeting them, or another outlet dedicated to sexual fantasies about them.
What the fuck?
But most importantly was the material gain.
The Game Grumps. Both of them are massive fans of the Grumps. This is really easy to see from Chai having another article on Medium about meeting your idols and talks about meeting the Game Grumps the entire time. Charlie has another Tumblr called Ego Banged, dedicated to sexual fantasies of Dan and Aaron.
Oh my
fan
god,
fictions,
dude.
fan art, and discussions of them having sex with each other, along with Charlie
no.
talking about their own sexual experiences, desires, and fantasies. While all the drama was going on, Chai tweeted out links to his Amazon wish list, his PayPal, and to his coffee, and kept it pinned there for weeks. Even tweeted about it again at the end of May. Charlie's pinned tweet, and it's still there, is a link to their commissions page for art.
What a shock.
And on this page is a link for donation.
There were some other accusations.
What a shock
like
that they did this for internet clout and somehow to make something out of it for themselves. I mean, I hate to say it, just like his now ex-wife, right? It's sad. We hit 200 likes. 200 likes on the stream today, everyone. Thank you. Let's do a celebratory bubble blow. Full screen. A full screen celebratory bubble blow for all of you. Thank you so much for all of your support of DSP Reacts today. I really appreciate it. Here we go. Boy, I do not pause it on flattering frames for this guy. Look at this one. Jeez. I swear he looks normal except for when I pause. Okay, let's continue. That was a good one. Wow. That was one of my best bubble blows ever. That was tremendous. Thank you so very much, everyone, for your support. Seriously, thank you, thank you. Okay. Very nice. All right, let's switch over here. Let's continue. That was a great one.
And a cosplayer accused Jared of showing off their nudes to his content creator pals, when according to Jared, he was actually showing them a non-lewd photo of her in cosplay, chalking it up to a misunderstanding. Dissatisfied with what happened was Jared and the way he was treated by the community. The insults and like from many content creators never stood well with him, and he expects them, with the release of this video, to change their narratives.
All right, so what he's saying is, basically, after the accusations came out from his wife, then there was the Chai and Charlie accusations, then all of a sudden it seems like all of their content creators dogpiled on him in a negative way, as if to say they all just believe it no matter what, and he's hoping that when he made this video that their attitudes would change against him. Okay. Like, for example, a misunderstanding with a cosplayer, supposedly. Radical Jaws has gifted a membership, and it went to George Costanza. Congratulations, George. Thank you, Radical Jaws, for the support of the channel. We're now at 59 members. It looks like perhaps my prediction earlier of hitting 60 members on this very stream may come true. Thank you very much for this, guys. Let's continue.
That no one tried to reach out to him, even though multiple creators actually did.
YouTubers that I've never even heard of and who I imagine never heard of me lashed out at me and made jokes at my expense. Some of them harassed me overtly. Others did it subtly. But let's call it what it really is. It's bullying. Imagine them walking down the street and seeing a group of people beating someone down to the ground to the point that he's helpless and immobile. And without even knowing anything of the situation or what the truth even is, they joined in on it. Just so that they could feel better than the person they were punching down on.
There you go. That is bullying in a nutshell. Bullying 101 in a nutshell. Exactly right. Punching down on someone who's already down. You know, when I made my tweet, that was in response to him punching down on me first. You saw the tweet earlier. He had punched down on me first. So I actually had a legitimate reason to clap back at him. You understand? But everyone else, like, what did he ever said or done to any of these other people who punched down on him, correct? No one. Like, what did he do to this guy? Who the fuck is Treesicle? Who the fuck cares? All right. 966,000 subs. Treesicle. You know what I mean? But it looks like everyone had a video to put out, and everyone had some giant thing to say about ProJared. I was the person who made one tweet, quote tweeting him, and a couple other tweets that weren't supposed to be directly at him. But I somehow was yelled at and told that I was a villain for what I did. What about everyone else who made a fucking horrible video about the guy? Basically condemning him, right? I clapped him back for a tweet, dude. I didn't clap him back. I didn't address any of those horrible accusations against him. I didn't even know what they were until today. Oh, it's only what I heard through hearsay. I didn't follow the story. I didn't make videos. Nothing. I was like, the guy's down. You don't fucking do a fucking Hulk Hogan leg drop on his neck when he's already knocked out on the canvas. Whatever. Disco has become a member. Thank you, Disco, for the membership. I appreciate them so very much, Disco. We are now at 60. So, in actuality, we hit what I was hoping we would. Thank you. Anything else is above and beyond and will just further help this channel grow. I thank you very much for that. Keep in mind, this is my only stream of the day, so this is very nice that I'm getting this level of support because I'm not doing a second stream or anything. Like, normally I would do 2 streams in one day, but this is my only one because it's a marathon stream. So anything else is greatly appreciated. Yeah, we hit the tips goal, but usually I run 2 streams. Anything else is greatly appreciated. Jade, no glasses today. We had them on. People complained there was too much glare, so I took them off. I'm not doing gameplay today. I'm staring at this camera, so I understand the glare is kind of a problem. So, okay. Did I do a segment to clarify he was innocent in the days after the clapback when he was exonerated? I never did a segment saying he was guilty. So why would I do a segment about him being innocent? I never made a video about him being guilty. I never made a video about him being innocent because I didn't make a video about him at all. There is no video I ever made about ProJared. Every once in a while, someone would ask me randomly about shit. And I would, answer as quickly as I could because I don't know enough about what they're talking about, But I never paid attention to it. I don't pay attention to that shit. Okay? All right.
What was amazing was seeing the sheer amount of coverage on drama YouTube channels.
Of course.
Dozens of them, all weighing in from a supposed neutral stance. Not one of them tried to reach out to me.
My God, 1,000,000% yes. That is what's fucked up about YouTube. Everyone wants to talk about the drama to make money. No one wants the truth. This is why back in November of last year, I called out to you guys and I said, I want an interview. If these people like Moist Critical and other big YouTubers are going to have me in their negative countdowns and shit, interview me. Contact me and talk to me. Enough with you bullshitting with hearsay and nonsense from my detractors. Talk directly to me. Be a man about it. Don't be a bitch. Actually talk to the person because I feel that I should get the air cleared. Talk directly to me. All those people who are negatively name dropping me in their countdowns and videos never reached out to me whatsoever. They just stopped. However, the drama queens reached out to me. You know, the Keemstars and the review techs. They're the ones who wanted me on their channels because they can personally benefit from further mentioning me in a very negative way. You understand? But all those other people all of a sudden said, oh shit, got called out? I'll shut the fuck up. Isn't it funny? Why did no one reach out to this man to talk to him about the truth? It's fucked up.
Not one of them tried to ask me, hey, is any of this true? What's your side of the story?
Right.
And finally, to the last point, the divorce. By his accounts, he told Heidi he wanted to separate in October 2018 and was refused. And to that, he opposes the claim.
There's no such thing as refused. I don't want to do it. Too bad. It's my life. Goodbye. And if she says, I still don't want to break up, leave my house now or I'll call the police. Who owns it? Well, actually what would happen is the police would get involved and separate them. And depending on the state, because states have different laws, they would have to determine who gets to stay and who has to go. I know this for a fact because I've seen this pan out in different situations. Yeah, it would actually be up to the state law and the police to determine what actually happens next. Because legally they're married. Some states it's a 50-50. Some states it's who actually owns the house makes the decision. You know, it's all these different things. But seriously, no. I don't, we're not in love anymore. We're going to separate. No, I refuse to separate. That's not how it works. It's my fucking life, not yours. I have the right to make decisions for myself and what's best for me. I thought you had that in mind when we got married. If you don't, you fit the fuck out of my house. Anyway, let's continue.
So cheating, even saying Ross was okay with him dating Commander Holly.
Holly didn't cheat on Ross. Ross knows literally everything. He knew everything that was going on with me and Holly. He knew everything that was going on with my personal relationship. Ross even flew up to see me in March of 2018 to support me. Oh, well, he's still a cheater. No cheating happened. I told my wife of the time that I no longer wanted to be with her in October of 2018. I was refused. I was told no.
There's no such thing. That doesn't exist. She says no, like, it's not your decision, stupid. Boy, you're dumb. It's not your decision. It's my life, not yours. It's done. There's no other, you know what I mean? No one has a legal right to tell you, no, we can't break up. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you insane?
Video with a request to stop the harassment all around and that he plans to continue online content creation. Now for the reaction. Though the video received its fair amount of dislikes, the reaction for the most part was positive, and the
how much do we have left? We still have about 15 minutes left. Okay.
Comment section largely welcomed Jared back. A theme in the comment section was how fast the internet acted to attack Jared with accusations, though the accusers lacked hard evidence for their severe accusations. Equally, there were many comments complimenting how Jared carried himself with presenting the facts akin to what you would see in a court case. This support of Jared was not limited to just the comments. On his channel, in 1 week after posting the video, he gained 100,000 subscribers, before his sub count stagnated once more. Even more impactful than that was Jared's Twitch stream, where his Twitch channel was previously below 100 reoccurring paid subscribers. He jumped to well over 2,000 while playing Highlight for the NES. His reaction speaks for itself.
Because he thought, keep in mind, this is actually touching because he thought his career was over. He thought he was done. He thought he was canceled. He thought he was never going to be able to have anyone care about him ever again in his life. And now he's playing a game and people are giving him 2,000 subscribers. I can totally understand where this emotion's coming from. And it is warranted. For sure.
We unlocked another emote slot.
Wow.
The online community, shifting in support of Jared, were going back to the comments that dragged him down.
Oh no, look! It's the quartering. Do not forget ProJared is accused of soliciting nudes from a 15-year-old. Share this video. Thanks so much for the early love. The likes and comments help so much. I don't want people to forget this man, as shitty as he was, still soliciting nudes from a child.
Influencing many creators to change their minds, though some still stood their ground, like Heidi, launching a sea of tweets over the course of days in retaliation to the increased attention and, most prominently, the opposition against her. Though she admits to not viewing the video, she is stating that a partial purpose was to bring—
What? I did not watch the video. His performance, voice, and face trigger me now. I spent months trying to talk with him while he stonewalled me. No point in trying anymore.
And hatred and
like it wasn't enough to dehumanize me by treating my pain and desperation like some kind of act designed to make him feel guilty. He's now outsourced the job to thousands of strangers filling my mentions to tell me I'm literally evil for ruining him. What? Like, here's the thing. All right? You can believe one or the other, but you were the one who basically went through it. Like, you're the one who originally made the Facebook post, correct? She was the first one. He made a non-drama post on his social media saying, hey, we're getting a divorce. Then she went ahead again on her social media and made a drama post about she's the one airing out the dirty laundry, not him. He never did that. She was the one doing it. Now she's upset that he responded and people are coming back at her. You created that fucking situation for yourself. You selfish idiot. You're the one. And by the way, for the last 3 months where he was silent, you were the one benefiting from all of it. Likely getting all kinds of social media follows, probably donations, and all kinds of shit. My God. Oh, I won't watch his response video because it triggers me. You disingenuous scumbag. To say that, what you said about him, but you're not going to watch the response? Now I'm getting upset. And I'm not friends with ProJared, and I'm getting upset at this situation. And it's hard to get me upset. Because I've been through a lot. But that pisses me off. Legitimately, I'm getting angry right now at what I'm seeing on my screen. I don't like that. All I have to say is, if you're someone, you know, you're walking down the street and you see her, you walk on the other side of the street and you walk as fast as you can in the opposite direction. Someone like that, you want to talk as much as you want, but the moment someone comes back at you, oh no, I don't know what you're talking about. I can't deal with that. Bye. Like, what are you, what? Oh, it's funny how the door swings both ways, huh? You don't like that. Well, that's life. The door swings both ways in life. And so you created that situation. You could have very easily been, we're getting divorced, period. And no one had to know anything about anything. You're the one who made it public, and now you don't want to deal with the repercussions of that. No, you deal with the repercussions of your actions because you're an adult. Oh, wait a minute. But if you were a mature adult, you maybe would have understand what marriage is. Excuse me, I got a little excited. Okay. We got a shout out here. Maybe. Let's see. Chocoboko. Timmy $1.50. He says, my uncle once said the lie travels around the world before the truth could put on its pants. Wow. That's interesting. It's an interesting saying. You're trying to get out of bed, get your pants on, but the lie already traveled around the world. Damn. That is true. All right, guys. We're at a breaking point, or a splitting point here. So, thank you for watching this far. I hope you're enjoying the react. Thank you to everyone who is still watching on demand, for people who are here on the stream. I really appreciate that. We're going to split the part and have the final part, because likely we've got another 10-15 minutes to go, and then I'll have my final thoughts on the subject. So, thanks for watching so far. The final part, part 5, is coming. Remember, if you're enjoying this, please like the video, leave comments. Any kind of support is greatly appreciated. Let's get to the end of this in just a moment.